I just turned 20 this October and my age sounds really serious, but I have some teenager book recommendations for you, so let's begin. The first recommendation is The Lucky List by Rachel Lippincott. I have one more Rachel Lippincott book that I haven't read yet, but this is so beautifully written. This book is basically about Emily and how she has not been the same after her mother's death. And that's about her luck. Basically, she feels that her mom was her lucky charm, and now nothing is going right. And basically finds a lucky list or like a bucket list basically of her mother, and there are things that are unchecked on them, and she decides to go on a journey with her friend Blake, who is a recently made friend basically, and they try to tick off items from that list, and as she ticks off items she finds more of herself within it. And this was a recommendation I got from Jessie the reader basically, and I loved the book. This was so quick paced and I wish that it didn't end, but it was so heartwarming, but it'll make you cry. It was overwhelming as well, but it is definitely a beautiful book, and I would recommend this to a teenager because it speaks about finding yourself, even despite all the hardships, and how if one door closes another opens, that sort of a thing. So I think that's why I would definitely recommend this to a teenager. All right, next up is Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. Oh my god, I love this book so much. It basically speaks about how you can even be popular but have your insecurities, and how you can be unpopular and still have your insecurities overwhelm you. And that is why this book is so beautifully written. It speaks about body image issues or even other disorders you could be struggling with, but because you have to maintain a certain image in your societal groups and stuff like that, you don't open up about it. Because the story of Libby Strout, everybody thinks that they know Libby Strout because she has always been the fat girl at school and stuff like that, so no one really looks past her weight, but she wants to be the girl who could do anything. And on the other hand, we have Jack Massellin, who is too cool for school kind of person, and is living with the motto of being charming, being hilarious, but not getting too close to anyone because he has secrets of his own, and no one has looked past his popularity to actually know who he is. But when they both meet, Jack and Libby, then it all explodes into one beautiful, beautiful tale of friendship, love, loss, and regret. So that is why you should definitely check out this book. I love it so much, and it's very, very quick paced. And also, it is written in dual POV, so I kind of enjoyed that as well. All right, next recommendation is Blackout by a variety of authors actually. Daniel Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Ashley Woodfolk, Angie Thomas, and Nicola Yoon. So a lot of great authors there. So basically, this is a collection of short stories, not like a collection of short stories, but still a collection of short stories, but how they all are basically set in New York City amidst a heat wave, and how everything just blacks out, electricity shortage and stuff like that, electricity cut and stuff like that. So sparks, they basically fly for these 13 teenagers, and they're all written in their own separate POVs, but then that all intertwines towards the end of the book, and that is just so beautiful. You don't feel confused at any point of the book, and that really takes a lot of effort and skill to actually introduce so many characters but make the reader feel like they're on the same page. And that is why I would definitely recommend this book. It's basically about love stories of these 13 teenagers. For one speaks about a first meeting, the other one is about long time friends, and one is about bitter exes, and this is all maybe the beginning of something new. All right, so this one is rather on the cutesy sort of a side, and this is why I love this book so much. It's just, something lighthearted that you want to read and to, fulfill your teenage romance voids. So this is basically Yes, No, Maybe So by Becky Albertalli and Aisha Saeed. I love Becky Albertalli books so much. I have read Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and also I think I've read one more, right? Uh I don't know.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, this is Yes No Maybe So. And this book basically speaks about Jamie and Maya and how they go political canvassing door to door. And this is not exactly how they expected their summer breaks to be used up, but this is still how they do it. They are childhood friends, but they lost connect after like childhood, basically find themselves as random strangers when they are reunited and they have to go political canvassing from door to door. But this definitely delves deeper into you know romance. So as the poles they grow closer, so do Jamie and Maya, and that is what you need to read. This is thick, but it's not boring, and it has short chapters, so you won't feel bored either. This is just fun and cutesy and very feel good sort of, but it has a lot of emotions, and I love this book. All right, so there are a lot of books basically that I can recommend to a teenager, because my entire shelf is basically like teenage and YA, because that is YA is literally my favorite genre. I will read any YA you will give me. And like all I would also recommend Fangirl, Eleanor and Park, and Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, Red, White, and Royal Blue. Literally, all these are books that I can recommend to a teenage audience, but these are just a best of the wide variety of books that I have. So last recommendation is the Aristotle and Dante duology. Oh my god, this book is so well written, and the second one is quite heartbreaking, so you may want to check that out. Why did I not recommend this in my heartbreaking book rec videos? If you haven't checked that out yet, you really should include this in that as well. This duology basically speaks about two young boys, Aristotle and Dante, who are basically the opposites of each other. Aristotle is not that bold, not that confident, but Dante knows everything. Ari doesn't know how to swim, but Dante knows how to swim, and that's basically how they meet. And unlikely opposites attract, very obvious. So this is all how it starts. This is how teenager these teenage boys they meet, and their friendship blossoms into much deeper levels. And basically the second book has a lot of stuff. You may want to check out a few trigger warnings for the second one, but it is so beautiful. I mean, I ended up crying, and I didn't want the entire series to end. This series is literally so close to my heart, and I think you really should check it out too. The writing style is extremely lyrical, and it's as if you're reading a poem, but it's not like that. It's prose, and it's so beautiful. The writing style is definitely very nice. And I have also seen that this author has written the Inexplicable Logic of Life, but I haven't bought that yet. I definitely will, but till then you definitely should check this out. Right, so this is my stack of books that you should check out if you are a teenager. And if you're not a teenager, honestly, I think you really can check this book out. Like, if you like YA as a genre in all. So I think that is why you should also check these out. Do let me know in the comments below if you liked or have read any of these books in the past, and any recommendations that you would like to leave down below in the comment section. So please do like, share, subscribe, and comment. And we'll meet next Friday. Goodbye.